The Mustang kids are out, rolling over hills and the roundabouts. White line motorcade, sweeter than your baby face.
Hey everyone, it's Virginia, and today I'm back with a new video, back in my normal setup at my house, and with the, cat poster in the background, Mookie's on the floor in my suitcase, as cats do. But anyways, this video is going to be all about cleaning your makeup brushes. So I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways to clean your brushes in this video. The first way using just like your hands in the sink, the second way with a DIY that I show you how to make, and the third way with this City Vivo like brush cleaner that I got on Amazon for really cheap, and I'll have it linked down below. And this isn't like sponsored by them or anything, but I just really think that this is neat and handy, so I'm going to be showing you how to use it with this, and like I said, the link will be down below if you want to purchase it. But I'm going to be doing before and afters of all my brushes, but I'm just going to give you like an overview of my brushes because I haven't washed them in a very long time. Like, I don't even remember, which is really bad. But yeah, this is my blush brush. As you can see, it's pretty pink tone. This is my powder brush. This is just stuff that I used on vacation. So for the past week, it got this dirty. And this powder brush, this is my foundation brush. I kind of stopped using this because I moved on to using my concealer brush, which like, even though it's not white, you can still tell that it's like a lighter color than it should be. And then this powder brush that I use for like underneath the eyes and around my nose, and this is pretty dirty because I use it for powder like every day. And then eye brushes are the dirtiest. It's like so stiff, and you can see the eyeshadow coming off of it. But I think the last time I washed it, I didn't wash it right. I didn't like get all the oil out because I used a different like cleaning method. I also have another brush that you can see the shadow coming out of, and then crease colors, which are obviously super dirty. Like this one is, yeah, whoops, woo. So what you'll be needing for your makeup brushes, other than what I already showed you, is baby shampoo, and this one is just a Johnson's one. Like, it doesn't matter what size or what brand, but my dad couldn't find any smaller ones, so I'll have this for a while. But the reason that I use baby shampoo is because it's meant for babies. It's more delicate and not as harsh of a wash, like compared to shampoo that we use on our heads to get like oil and stuff out, because makeup brushes are very like delicate, and just holding it together, it's not like hair follicles. So you have to be more delicate with the way that you wash it. So that's why I'm using baby shampoo. And so that's all I need to say. This has been a kind of long intro, but let's just go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so before I cleaned my makeup brushes, I just had them all laid out on the counter, and you can kind of see how dirty they are, but you can't see it that well, so I will be having a before and after at the end of this video. But let's just go ahead and get started with cleaning. So for all these methods, you are going to want to have a washcloth or a towel handy. So the first method I'm going to be showing you, you don't need anything other than your hand and some baby shampoo, but you're just going to want to wet the bristles, and don't get the handle wet. And it's alright if you get the middle part wet, but just don't try to. And then you're going to take your baby shampoo, it doesn't matter which kind, but I just have this Johnson's, and you're going to put like a dab of that, depending on the size of your brush, and you're just going to start moving your wet brush around in the shampoo, going in circles, going back and forth, and you can sort of see all of the product that is coming out, and you just want to keep doing this until your brush is clean. And this is what my brush looked like while I was cleaning it, if you're wondering what it should look like. And once you have the brush clean, all you need to do is turn the water back on and run it underneath the water and rub it against your hands and just get all the shampoo out. And you need to be squeezing the bristles. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing here because my hands are in the way, but If any of the shampoo stays in your brush and doesn't get washed out, then it will make the bristles hard and not soft. So if you see the shampoo forming bubbles at the end when you squeeze the water out, then you need to keep rinsing it. And once you're done rinsing it, just squeeze it out a few times. And try and avoid getting the handle wet as much as you can because it's wood and water makes wood rot. So I am just coming over to the little washcloth I have, and I'm just kind of brushing off my brush and drying the handles and also shaping it so just so that it keeps its shape and is still soft afterwards. And this is what my brush looked like when I was done. So once you have your brush all nice and clean, just lay it over to the side and just repeat this process for more of your brushes.
Flashing lights and we took a wrong turn and we fell down a rabbit hole. You held on tight to me, 'cause
and I'm not gonna lie, this little brush was such a failure at washing it because it was shedding so much. Also, sorry about my hair getting in the camera. I probably should have tied it back. Next, I'm going to be showing you how to make a DIY brush scrubber, and this is really great for cleaning your brushes, especially if you don't have anything and you don't think using your hand gets your brushes clean enough. So all you'll need is a pan or just any waterproof flat surface in your home and a hot glue gun. And what you're going to be doing is you're just going to make little dots or designs. I started with making dots and I made a big one and then slightly smaller ones surrounding it, and I just kind of followed that pattern in that whole corner, and yeah.
everything's as it seems and spinning out of control.
And you guys, I have no idea why, but my hand was so shaky through the whole time that I was making this. I guess it just was because I was using like a bigger hot glue gun and I had to press down harder on the little thing for longer. And I don't know, it was just like really hard for my hand to do. But this is what my little dots looked like. As you can see, I started with the big dot and I made them smaller surrounding it. And that's just one of the things you can do. Another thing you can do is make squiggly lines, and this was like even harder. This was probably the hardest thing I did, was make squiggly lines, because I had to move it back and forth and the lines were like really long, and you can probably see my hand getting shaky. But yeah, you just want to make some dots, some squiggly lines. You can basically do anything, because just whatever will get your brush clean, and that's what they look like. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I just made some regular lines, some more squiggles, some more regular lines in the opposite direction. The great thing about this is that since it is hot glue, it's not permanent if you don't want it to be. So if you mess up, you can just pull it off, as you see I'm doing here. And I was attempting to make like a bullseye. It didn't really work out, so I had to redo it a few times, but here you see me finally succeeding. But if you're still using the pan that you're using for this DIY, like I was using, like my family still uses this to bake, I can just peel this off right afterwards, which is actually what I did. And in the corner, I have no idea why, but I decided to do like a dot, squiggle dot line, that sort of pattern, and I don't really know why. It was like really time consuming and, well, really hard, to be honest. But I'm actually glad I did that because it came in handy later. But yeah, this is what my little brush scrub looked like when I was done. And yeah. And here is my finished DIY. As you saw, I had the dots, some squiggly lines, some straight lines. I also had the little bullseye that you saw me struggling making. And I decided to do a pattern with like dots, squiggles, dots, a line. You know, I don't really know why, but this is what it looks like. And as you can see, there are the little strings from in between like each like place that you put the hot glue down, and I didn't want those to get in my bristles when I was scrubbing my brush on here, so what I did is I went in and I tried to do it with my fingers and that ended up failing, so I went and got a toothpick to go and pick all of those off. Now moving on to how you actually clean your makeup brushes with this. The first thing that you're going to do is take a little dish or saucer like I have, and you're just going to put a amount of baby shampoo on here and use like a realistic amount that you'll actually use, and then just get the pan and the brush wet and dip the brush in the baby shampoo, and then just start rubbing it against the little hot glue lines on your pan. And as you can see, I just used it all over and it got my brush really clean. And then at the bottom, when it was time to wash my brush out with the water, I ended up using that little pattern that I made earlier that I thought I wouldn't use at all, and I ended up using it to get the shampoo out of my brush because it was in water and it was just really easy and like great to use. So that actually ended up coming in handy, and I just dried this brush off and shaped it and set it over there with the rest of my brushes. And I just did the same thing with my other brushes. I just followed the same steps, and I found that my favorite things to use were those little diagonal lines left of the bullseye, and you can see all the product coming out of here. You saw out of my foundation brush, and yeah, you just keep doing this until you're done washing your makeup brushes.
Didn't they tell us don't rush into things? Didn't you flash your green eyes at me?
Now onto the third way to clean your makeup brushes. I'm using this little brush egg that I found on Amazon for a few dollars. It was really cheap, and I will have it linked down below, but you just wet that and your brush, and then you put a dab of shampoo depending on the brush size, and of course my hand is in the way, but this really gets the makeup out of your brushes. And you can see on some of these just how dark it gets because of the makeup. And yeah, you just, when you rinse it out, all you need to do is just rub it against underneath the water and then shape it just like you normally would. And yeah.
Haven't you heard what becomes of curious minds? Ooh, didn't it all seem new and exciting? I felt your arms twisting around me. I should have slept with one eye open at night. We found Wonderland, you and I got lost in it, and we pretended it.
So earlier I told you guys just to set your makeup brushes to the side because I am showing you a way that you can hang it up now, and all you need is like a hairband. I just had these clear hair elastics because I had a bunch of them, but you just put it over one side and then put it against a pole or shower hanger. What are they called? Curtain rods. They're called curtain rods. Or you could use a towel rack, but I just had more room on my curtain rod, and I just put all of them on there to let the water drip out. And I did have one double-ended brush, so instead of having it diagonally facing down, I just had it laying flat. Once you are done hanging them up, then you're done. All you have to do is let them dry overnight, and then they're nice and clean to use in the morning. Alright guys, so it is the next day and my brushes are all dry, so now I'm going to be doing a before and after. now that my brushes are clean, this is the end of this video. So if it helped you, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts or if you have any video requests. And if you want to see more of me, then you can subscribe because I upload new videos every week. Go follow my Instagram, it's at Ginnybellebeauty, and also go subscribe to the collab channel I'm on if you want to see more videos from me. And that's all I'm going to say, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye! Bye! Okay guys, so I am done with washing my brushes. It's the next huh? You're messing me up.
No,
just your presence.
fine. I'll
Leave. Be gone. Or you can do that. Okay.
I'm getting on Snapchat and playing with filters.
Okay.
And Snapchat all my friends.
What you're going to be needing for cleaning your brushes is baby oil, because what you'll be needing to clean your makeup brushes is baby oil, and this is from Johnson's. It's just Johnson's baby oil. Baby oil.